always I feel like devil is a liar. So many people could deny ya. The one push me inside fire. I don't see so many trials taking me higher. Save me from this Delilah. She want cut my head with plier. Make a no fit if it go liar. I don't try my best. I don't break my chest. I don't wrestle with my demons. My SOS. I don't correct. Come and save me from these legions. 'Cause I don't wrestle since 97. Spiritually rebel. I'm on another level. I don't wrestle since 97. Spiritually rebel. I'm on another level.
I was sent to take a lead and make a change. My plans and your plans are not the same. So many things I need to teach you better. Why you try to read what you did not sow? You were enemies, but I did not know. Now you try to harm what you cannot kill. I'm a terminator, call me commando. Him and a sword and I conquer. Swallow them all and I go down. Many prophets came ahead of me, but I'm standing here now as a leader. Work on what I fit to higher. Never give up, keep the fire. Bad man want me to back, but it loud. My demons have tried, but
Cause I don't wrestle since 97. Spiritually rebel. I'm on another level. I don't wrestle since 97. Spiritually rebel. I'm on another level.
All right. Okay.
I see my babe doing content on TikTok. When they play with my heart and I play talk. After running through my mind, take a sleep off. She not wrong to me. Exactly what she like do, yeah, let's say I be rapper. She like, we have my heart beating faster. She like, true, I should not in no Gaza. And going in the streets. Doing purple and speed. Doing all kind of things where I never see my web on me. So me and I'm a being to be shining my teeth. Like a funny picking. Even it made me to be when I'm going to be. Cause I'm not for the streets. Fuck love and I love me again. Cause you put a hole in my heart. You put my head on the wall. So finish out this whole to my scar. From one heartbreak to another. Forget to say I saw my little child. The way you saw my little dog. Finish putting tears in my eyes. You put a hole in my heart. Yeah. Oh my baby, oh. And now I'm letting you go. Till the way you made me no go. See, I never see it before. And you begging, no, oh my heart, a place so ganjo. Till I say la bamboo go, till the way you grab my soul. Doing purple and speed. Doing all kind of things where I never see my web on me. So me and I'm a being to be shining my teeth like a funny picking. Even it made me to be what I'm going to be. Cause I'm not for the streets. Fuck love.
All right, guys. Yeah, there's no time to waste. Okay. I want to say good morning to all of you guys. If you're joining us from Liberia, I want to say good morning to you. And welcome to the Liberians Impact. And if you're joining us from all outside the world, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. Um, this is the Liberians Impact, and we do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. We do talk about a whole lot of stuff. We discuss a lot of stuff on this platform. but we do not discuss politics. Okay, we do not discuss politics. So, guys, look. First of all, I want to say thanks to all of our followers. Okay, look, you guys, I don't know, man, but you guys have done done an amazing job. Okay, um, you know, we're sitting at 27,200 plus followers right now, and I want to say thanks to all of you guys. Okay, it's not easy coming that route. 27,000 plus followers. That's a lot. Look, 27,000 without boosting the page, without boosting our posts, without boosting anything. Okay, 27,000 plus organic followers. Okay, so I want to say thanks to each and every one of you guys. Okay, look, you guys are part of the family. You guys are amazing. And we really appreciate you guys. Okay. At the end of the day, whatever we're doing, it's something that we love doing. It's all entertainment. We focus mostly on the entertainment side, but we do discuss a whole lot. And then, it's been an amazing ride with you guys coming along, and I really appreciate all of you guys, man. But nevertheless, keep following the page. Look, comment when the show is on. We want to hear your point of view. You know, um, look, if you got stuff you want us to talk about, if you want to come on the show, like, look, my WhatsApp number is on the page. Okay, so just WhatsApp me or send us a message on the Laborious Impact. You know, I'm gonna get a message directly, and I will be able to reply you. So look, if any of y'all want to come on the show, nothing stopping you guys from doing that. Okay, you guys are all welcome to come on the show. All right. Nevertheless, okay. Um, look, yeah, look, it's very cold. Okay. Um, and yeah, look, we ain't gonna stay here for too long, man. It's freezing out here, so we ain't gonna stay here for too long. Look, I got no heater in my office. Okay, I got no heater in here, so it is cold. All right, guys. Look, I have two issues to talk about. Number one, we're gonna talk about JYZNO. Right now, people will wonder why is this guy on JYZNO again. Now, I've never been a hater, so I will never hate on JYZNO, but I have issues with Liberians. Okay, you see, well, before we go into that, and then the second topic is gonna be the natural disaster that's taken over Liberia. Okay? Like, it's just a little bit of rain, and everywhere is flooded. People are struggling with living condition and all of that. Look, I'm gonna come to that, but let's start with JYZNO. Let's talk about JYZNO first. Okay. JYZNO should be in America. Yeah, he is in America right now. He's in the US doing his tour. And okay, do I get a picture? Put a picture. No, guys, sorry, let me put this picture up. But hey, sorry. Before we go into that, I want to say a little bit about a little promo out here. Okay, guys, watch your video, and you know, watch your video first. Okay, I'll put that next screen. So I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to play. Hold on, guys. Sometimes technologies are like that. You just gotta be patient with it. Okay? You just gotta be patient with it. Let me get some console. Like I'm using two computer. I'm using my Windows laptop, and also using my Apple computer. So let's try on the Apple and see. When the internet has an issue, but hey, try okay, guys. I it's coming. So this is a Melrose suit. Okay, it wasn't computed, so it's a Melrose. Okay, um, it's a Melrose suit. So it like a vacation accommodation. Most will say in the U.S. or in the Western world, people will say Airbnb, but in Liberia, it's a suit. All right. As you can see, that beautiful building that you see on there, that is a Melrose suit in Washington. Okay, this is one of the first class hotel you will find in Washington. And this is one of the place, the building that's beautifying Guazon community. And Guazon community have a whole lot of beautiful places out there. But guys, this is called the Melrose Suite, and very affordable. Very, 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 very affordable. Um, Look, if you planning to go on a holiday trip, okay, if you're in Australia, you're in America, Canada, let's just say Europe, and wherever you are, even if you're in Liberia and you want to, if you want to get away for the weekend and you don't know where to go, I'm telling you right now, Melrose Suit is the best place to go. Very affordable, professional staff, beautiful, beautiful food. You got breakfast, and all of that. You got a beach right there. You can spend all your time on the beach in the sunset. Look, Melrose Suit is one of the best. Is one of the best suit to go to in Liberia. So if you're in America, so I know Americans are always going down to Liberia. And sometimes I wonder where you guys stay when you go to Liberia. 'Cause I know most of you don't build your houses in there, you know. And I wonder where do you stay? Most of you go to Royal Grand Hotel, which is it's in the city, but I mean like you're trying to get away with, privacy and all that. That's where Melrose Hotel comes in. It's right on Duazon, Rawa School Highway. Okay, look, as you can see, they got everything, bed, breakfast, and beaches and everything. And not just that. Okay, a beautiful lounge. Okay, a beautiful lounge, very beautiful. And this is the hotel, and this is it. And guess what, guys? Why is that changing? They do have a car, okay, and you know, you can get away wherever you want to go. And you don't need to, worry about hiring a car. Melrose Hotel got you covered. You can do all of that there. You don't need to go wasting time. Very beautiful view. Nice place to relax. Cool off. After a nice hot day. Nice place to cool off and have a bit of poetry, okay? And look, like I told you, it's amazing. Okay, and look, this is a amazing hotel, guys. Okay? Look, um, so let me play the video, okay? So I get the video. Let me play the video. Let's watch the video. It's not that long, guys. Please.
issues. That's why we're here. And for the fact that if you look at the version from this and also and yeah, I'm a deep passion for Liberia. You know, I was born in Liberia, raised in Liberia. Actually, I went to the States when I was 15 years, so I really went to school
All right,
there and everything else.
I'm playing the well. Let's play. Let's take it down. Okay. So yeah, look, if you go down on our page, okay, on the Liberian Impact, you find the video on there. Okay. Um, it's a very nice hotel, nice place to go. It's a suite where you can go to stay. It's like a guest house. Okay. We call it Airbnb, and it's the best, very nice place to get away. Your weekend and stuff like that. Take your friends. Sometimes girls want to hang out, and boys want to hang out, and y'all don't know where to go. That's where our little soup comes in. And y'all go there and spend your time. So it's very cheap and affordable as well. Anyway, so guys, I have issues with. You see, sometimes I wonder why. But sometimes people will wonder why Liberians are not progressing. Okay, it's very simple. It's very simple why Liberians are not progressing. Okay, look, locally, internationally, Liberians will be Liberians. Okay, and now what makes us different is that Liberians we hate one another. Okay, we hate one another. Look. I watched a video of the president, President Joseph Boakai, and he said this thing, I think about, let's say, a week ago, a couple of days ago. And he said, no matter what you do, Liberians going to find something to talk about. They're going to hate you no matter what you do. If you're doing good, they're going to hate you. If you're doing bad, they're going to hate you. And I listened to that and I said, but that's exactly what's going on. Liberians are full of hatred, envy, and jealousy for one another. How? This boy JYZNO, okay, JYZNO is a star. JYZNO is a star. He's doing his thing. But for no reason, there's a lot of Liberian hating on JYZNO. Typical example, there's a guy called James Goodday Flomo, and he's I think he's a journalist for the Spoon TV, something like that. And he's on scholarship right now, in some of those European countries in his studies. But for some reason, this guy doesn't want to see nothing good come out of Chelsea. I know, I understand as an artist, people gonna hate you, people gonna go against you, they're gonna do all sort of things. But Liberians have this habit of hating one another. If you're doing better than your fellow Liberians, they don't want to see you elevate. They don't want to see you grow. They want to see you crumble and be just like them. And that's something I found in the Liberian community. Okay, whenever Liberians are together, they laugh and smile with each other. But deep down in their heart, they're not happy with each other. They are hating. Okay. Now, I listen to Freedom FM. and that was to the yesterday, right? To you guys. And Abraham said, okay, teacher Light said on the show, and he said, when you are cursed, no matter what you do, you will never succeed. But if you are blessed, you don't need to work too hard. But whatever you touch is going to turn into a blessing for you. He was saying that because Czech Republic and Portugal were playing, and apparently Czech Republic was leading Portugal 1-0. And Abraham Williams said that, and it came to pass. Portugal won the game. But in that scenario, is what happened to JYZNO. The boy, this boy, he's blessed. So no matter what happened, no matter how much people hate on him, he's gonna shine. Okay, he's gonna shine because JYZNO is blessed. See, Liberians have to stop hating one another. Okay, we can't keep laughing with each other and then in the back we're stopping each other in the back. That's not love. That's not unity. That's not love. Okay. The in the music game, everyone most most artists are hating on JYZNO because he's doing better, he's progressing well. At the same time, the fans and followers of other artists are hating on JYZNO. And for me, I look at that to be wrong. It shouldn't be like that, okay? Because we rise by lifting up one another, okay? If you're not there to help your friend, okay, when they need you and you're nowhere to be found, you don't expect that person to be there for you when you need it. So all I'm saying, too much hate. Now, Jacinos is in America. He's in the US. He's having a show. He's on a tour, and they've been all circulating on social media that, or he's performing in front of less than 30 people, or he's performing in a room, and stuff like that. But to me, it doesn't matter if you're performing in front of less than 30 people. If you're performing in a room, that doesn't matter to me. If Jizino's performing in front of 30 people, and we're here hating on Jizino because, oh, yeah, look at Jizino. Oh, the so called superstar. He's here performing in front of less than 30 people. We're bringing him down. We're not supporting him. But if we support him, if you're a father, you're supporting him, then that's five people added to the 30, that's 35. And that's how we ride. That's how we elevate each other. And that's how we show love and unity. And Liberians want to follow the footsteps of Americans. In the music game, it's on a different level. See, the Americans are different compared to we Liberians. Those people are they on their own planet. In Liberia, where are we? It's like we're on a little piece of somebody's land. But Liberia is that big. In the industry, how many of us, not us, sorry, I'm not a musician, but in the industry, how many of you that have gone further in your career? I'm not talking about performing at home. You performing or LTA or performing on a show in Liberia, performing for Orange, No Star, performing for government officials. That's not what we're talking about. I mean, it's a start. Okay, don't get me wrong. That's a beautiful start. But when you go onto that level, what you want to see yourself progressing to the next level. Okay. Now you don't want to perform for No Star this year. Next year you want to be performing for No Star just to get $30 or $100 for a show. So you progress. You have to improve. If nothing is working for you, then you improvise. You got to improvise. Okay. You gotta come up with a strategy. Okay. You gotta link up with people who are doing well. That's it. This is the problem that we have because we have hate. We are jealous of each other. Liberians are jealous of each other to the point they don't want to see their fellow Liberians progressing well. And it has to stop. It has to stop. Okay? In our industry, in the music industry, there's not many Liberian artists. Okay. Now, there's few of you guys. Okay. There's few of you guys who are very well, talented, very good, but yet you don't have that big opportunity yet. I'm saying yet because I don't know. You might, might win some sort of opportunity and the light's gonna shine upon you, which of course that's why everybody wants for Liberian artists. But stand behind the guy who is at the top now. Okay? Stay together, be united. Show to the rest of your African brothers, yes, we're Liberian, we are united. If JYZNO is going and we Liberians or a fellow artist in Liberia are dragging him down, are dragging him down, okay, how you guys say, what will the rest of the country say? That's something you gotta think about. Look, there's so many beautiful Liberian artists, but if it's not your time, you gotta be patient. Don't hate your brother because he's doing well today. No, don't hate your brother because he's doing today. Some of you haven't even gone to ceremony at home. Nobody knows you. Some of you in your community you are only known, but outside of your community nobody knows you. That's a fact. But here we are. We hating on the only artist in a country of 5 point some more million people. We have one international artist. And what are we doing? We're trying to bring him down. Why we're trying to bring him down is because he's progressing, he's going high, and we don't like that. Because we are Liberians. We don't want to see other people succeed. If it's not us, it's no one. That's the kind of habit I'm talking about. Okay? That's the kind of habit I'm talking about. People need to understand. Okay? Look, why do they say United we stand, divided we fall? You think they just wake up and write that? No, experience. Experience. One trees cannot make forests. Okay, and we know that. So the earlier we rally around JYZNO, the better for us, like music. The better for the music industry. Okay, the better for the music industry. Some of you don't know that, but you're gonna find out. You will know in the future. You will. Why you think, Cameroonians or Kenyans, South Africans, Indians, Ghanaians are making music with JYZNO? Because they see JYZNO is a hot cake now, so they got a ride on his back. Okay. But what are Liberians doing? They're hating on JYZNO. How many of you have sent your work to JYZNO and said, bro, this is what I'm working on, and I need a verse on this? Have you done that? How many of you artists have done that? And I stand to be corrected, but I would say none. CRC should be working with JYZNO. They should be making song together. I don't mind Bucket Rod and JYZNO. They're two different categories, but yes, it still work. J Slot, KCW, Stunner, even our female artists, people like Anitrin, Floxy, a beautiful young lady who just turned up with an amazing voice. Floxy. What's wrong with MC Cairo and JYZNO collaborating? There's a lot for you guys to learn. But if we keep hating on one another in like as Liberians, it's not going to take us anywhere. Okay. So I want to say to you guys that the hate is not going to solve the problem. The more you hate on JYZNO, the more he succeeds. But the earlier you realize that you need to work with JYZNO, collaborate with JYZNO, send him your word. Okay, there we go. So I'll stop there for now. Okay, enough for JYZNO talk. Because I'm only here for an hour. Okay, so I got another 25. So I'm going to talk about the natural disaster. Okay. Now, I understand that Liberia was built different. Okay, it's late, man. It's late. So, I'm kind of sleepy. I did 12 hours at work today. So I'm tired. But I gotta be here. So I don't see many people speaking about the situation in Liberia. Not every part of Liberia, in some area, which is already known to people, is a flooded area. Okay. First of all, I want to say, should I say my sympathy because nobody has died, but people are losing their homes to the floods in Liberia. The water is taking over some community, some community that people are vacating their homes, you know, losing everything, the water wiping their house out, like, taking everything out of their house. And that's a sad thing. But one thing I wanted y'all to know is that the natural disaster is not, It happened everywhere. In America, in Australia, Canada, just name it. When it comes to flood, it happened everywhere. Even countries that are more or sophisticated, countries that developed countries, they still have issues with water, okay, with flood. Like when they get flooded in Australia, they get very bad. When they get flooded, we have a state called Queensland. And Queensland is known for natural disaster. When we are in our rain period, Queensland is one of the states that get flooded more than any other state. And when they get flooded, it get bad. People lose their life. Okay? But the good thing about us is that we're in a developed country. So the government tackle things. And when you know disaster like this happen, the prime minister usually goes around and visit the family people, the community doers, community members, people who lose their homes, people who was wiped out of their house, they had to run for rescue. The government comes and speak to them. And then the government give them a package. Okay. So if you're in Australia, you're in the Florida area, and your area get flooded, and you have to leave your home, to go seek shelter somewhere else, the government step in and give each person $1,000. Not $1,000, not a household, but per person, because they understand. They understand you might have lose a valuable thing, but they cannot compensate you because you lost TV. No, but at least they can compensate you to help you for the time. Now, I want to say natural disaster has nothing to do with government. Okay, when it comes to natural disaster, the government has nothing to do with it. But in our case, in Liberia, it's a different issue. Okay, but I'm not here to speak about the government done this, the government do that. No. Okay. Most of the time we blame government because we don't want to take responsibility as Liberians. We rather put the blame on the government and say, oh, the government ain't doing that, the government ain't doing this. But we, the community doer, we are the problem. You guys should know that you have a responsibility to keep your community clean. Okay? Keep your community clean. A government is not doing that. There's always a community leader in every community that you live in. Okay? So if the government is not breaking garbage bin, okay, look, if there's no skip bin, okay, for the community to trash their rubbish in, then the community leaders have to step in. Especially if you know that you live in a community that every time it rains, it gets flooded. You have to prepare for that. You have to prepare yourself that I live in a place that when it's rain, it gets flooded, and I have to relocate. I have to seek shelter somewhere else. If the government is not bringing skip bin for you to put your rubbish, If the government is not there opening the drainage, okay, community leaders step in because we all have a responsibility to play in our community. All right. If we just relax and say, "Oh, if the government is not doing it, we ain't gonna do it." If the government does not open the drainage, we're not gonna open the drainage. If the government don't bring a skip bin, we ain't gonna put rubbish in the bin. We throw rubbish everywhere. You wanna throw rubbish everywhere. And you know that the thing called plastics does not get rotten. Now, if the erosion take the plastic into the drainage, it's gonna block the drainage. And then next time in the rain period, when it rains, there's no access for the water to go through to the nest and to the nest. So what happened? The water is going to sit in there because the water is not going anywhere. Okay, the water is not going anywhere, so it's going to sit right in there. Okay, and it's going to get more and get more and get more and get more, and then your community is going to be flooded, and people going to start looking for shelter somewhere else. So, as a community doer, you have a role, you have a responsibility. Okay? Now, this is another thing. So, for example, you live in a community and you know that in rainy season or in the rain period, the community is always flooded. What have you done to prevent your community from getting flooded? What have you done as a people who live in that community? Okay. Sometimes people have to take decision. Sometimes people have to take the lead to do things. Okay. Liberia is not like the rest of the country. Liberia is like the least in the world. Like when it comes to infrastructure, when it comes to development, Liberia is the least. But yet still, we the people that live in the communities, we don't help ourselves. We allow ourselves to be treated like a nobody in our country by the natural disaster. We say water doesn't happen in Australia. It does. And people relocate. Water happen in America. It does. People lose their life because water is very powerful. Okay? Water is very powerful. When they get flooded area, people die. Sometimes, not every time, but people die. So it's so sudden that we have to relax because we're in summer without everything is good. Not thinking about what's gonna happen in the next 6 or 4 to 6 months. Okay, not thinking about that. When you are in summer, why can't you put a preventive measure in place so that after summer it's gonna be rainy season? At least when the rain comes, you have a way to protect yourself. Okay, that's the thing. Keep your community clean. Open the drainages and everything. Okay, dig gutters in your area. Okay, look, guys. Maybe you guys don't understand, right? But let me tell y'all, Liberia have a lot of beaches and sand. Okay, the way to prevent to one of the preventive measure for flood to protect is To build a wall, how you build a wall? Eight, go to the beach. Do you guys have state emergency services? SES? SES, State Emergency Services. People who are in charge of natural disaster. So state emergency service, what they do is, if you go swimming and you drown, it's not the police that is coming. It's a state emergency service that is going to come there first before the police. They're going to come there. They have their diver. They get everything. In terms of bushfire, state emergency service is there too. You get a firefighter, state emergency service is there. When it comes to flood, water, state emergency is there. So these people are in charge of everything. I don't know how you guys call it in Liberia, but if you do have it, they should be in this community rescuing rescuing people who their homes has been flooded. I saw the guy in his own community with a child on his shoulder and the water is on his neck. Can you imagine? The water is on his neck in the community. He's not in the hole. He's in the community, and that's the amount of water that was there. It's on his neck with a baby on his shoulder. How did it get to that? How did it get to that? Meanwhile, we depend on government, but when natural disaster take place, the government are sitting in the executive mansion, in capital buildings, in better part of Liberia, better part. Some of your government officials don't even know the prices of things in the market, and y'all know that. But still, look, I'm not. This is not politics. This is something concerning our country. Okay. So if in the community, you guys should always come up with plans and strategy on how to protect your community. But everybody has to look out for everybody and not be selfish. Somebody has got to take the lead and say, look, we're in summer. We got 3 months before the rainy season starts. And we know in the community that we live in, when the rain comes, this and this and this, what happened? So what can we do as a community dweller to prevent our the rain or the flood from coming into our community and taking over our homes? So you come together and say, okay, we need volunteers. We need people. Let's go down to the beach and get some sandbag. Bring sandbag and build a wall in your community so that when it gets flooded, the water is going to stop on the sandbag. Okay, because the way you build your sandbag, the water is not going to go over the sandbag to come into your community. Okay, every lower part of your community, you have to put sandbag to build a sandbag to stop the flood from coming in. That's what we do in Australia. When it's raining, the state emergency services are asking for volunteers to go and dig sand or the sand in the sandbag, and everybody goes because it's not just them gonna feed it. Everybody has to work together. It's a teamwork, and that's how we do it here. State emergency service, okay? They ask people for voluntary and people who will help so that when it rain or when they open the dam, all the overflow water come down to the lower part of the city of the town and get flooded. But before that happens, they preventive measure have been put in place. The sandbag, the barricade, the this and that is what help you to stop the water from coming in your homes. Liberians, we gotta know we live in a country where our leaders don't care about us. Okay? No, I don't know Liberia. If I knew Liberia, I would have, named popular quarters or community that I know. But no, I don't know Liberia. The only part of Liberia I know is Mamba Point and Raptor. Okay. Other than that, I don't know Liberia. I don't know nowhere in Liberia. To be honest, I I have no idea. But it's very sad to see what is happening to people. These people don't have money, and the water is destroying their homes, pushing them away. After the water is gone, what are they gonna come to? Is the government gonna give a disaster package and say, "Oh, for all those of you from Zone A that were affected by the flood, this is it. Each family here is gonna receive 500 United States dollars, so you can bounce back on your feet. Whatever you lose in your house, so you can get them back." Just for example, does the government do that? No. That's why, like, we have to look after ourselves. We as a community have to look after each other. We have to put a preventive measure in place. Now, the government has a role, okay? Now, first of all, I don't know how people build their houses in Liberia, but I see houses have no rules and regulation the way people build. There's no policy, there's no strict law on how to build your house. Anyone can buy the land behind another person's house and put a house there. Don't care how the road's gonna get to their house or how the road's gonna get. They don't care about that. They just want to build something to live. And that's not how it's supposed to be. And that's the reason Liberia is getting flooded. Because we destroy the infrastructure. We don't understand that. Emergency response. When it comes to emergency in Liberia, it's very poor. There's water going. People are crying on the radio. There's people on Facebook, social media, crying. But there hasn't been a single response from emergency response in Liberia. There's no rescue team. No one get a kayak or canoe or a boat on the water in the community to rescue people. There's no helicopter to rescue people who are being swallowed by water. I haven't seen none of those. The government doesn't give a they're doing their thing. And people are struggling in their community with the flood or the fire or whatever natural disaster that comes at them. And it's very sad. So we gotta change that. Okay. Government has a role and their responsibility is to see every single one of their citizens to be safe. But anyway, guys, we're gonna stop here. But people in the community, you guys have to be your community leaders. Okay, there's a lot of way you guys can block the water. There's a lot of way you can redirect the water from coming to the community. And for those of you that live in the swamp, people who build their houses in the swamp, that's a wrong choice. I don't know what you were thinking about, but it's a wrong choice. Yeah. One thing you guys should know: if you block the waterway, no matter what you do, that water must get through. It's gonna find another exit to get through. So it's very serious how you guys are building your houses. You know, some of the houses you guys are building is in your house. But look, I just hope every community and their leaders start thinking now. Okay, start taking the initiative, taking the lead, stepping forward to take some sort of responsibility to make sure they protect their community from the flood, redirect the water somewhere else, get boys and girls to dig a gutter, dig a gutter where it's going to redirect the water to the nearest swamp or flood or to the nearest or drainage. Okay, that's going to save you. But if you guys just relax for the government, it's not going to happen. No, I'm ready to get mad as I'm talking, so I don't want to put my anger out here. So I will let it be the way it is. Well, anyway, guys, this is the end of the show, and I want to say thank you to all of you guys. And I'm your host, Prince Thompson. This is the Liberia Impact. I say good night to all of you. Good day wherever you are.